I'll I'll go whenever, man. I'll go whenever.
That sounds like a volunteer, Radley. That sounds
Oh
like
Yeah,
you've
that's what
agreed
I'm
to go
thinking.
first, man.
I'm not
Create
really
my
ready to
sob
go
story
first,
while you
but
go.
shit, I guess. Hold on. Trying to get the questions in front of me, or
Oh,
if you
I'm
want to
sorry.
just ask them, I'll
Yeah, no,
I
Oh,
no.
I
guess
mean,
I'll
okay.
just
Well, I can ask them. I mean, that works.
yeah, just
But I mean,
or whatever.
I'll get
What's the
reactionary. Yeah.
hang on. I'm
question?
sorry. Lance and his
Wow.
sad story. What in the heck were you talking about? Your
Yeah,
sob
let's do
story.
that one
My
first.
well, no,
Content.
I'm making a
Content.
sob story. It's not real.
Oh,
I just, yeah,
My
my
parents
dad showed me a movie right before he died. And
my
ever
parents
since
got
then.
shot outside of a movie theater. Speaking of.
I didn't know we were trying to be Batman.
Aren't we always trying to be Batman? Come on, man. This is
Bro, I'm literally Batman. What are you talking about?
yeah.
Gotham
How
needs
about
me.
this? How about we have Mackenzie go first?
Um, uh,
Curveball.
Never mind, Radley. You're unvolunteered.
Sweet.
so are we gonna do like questions or
This was your idea to get the podcast going.
hey, just
It
just because
wasn't
it was just because it was my idea doesn't mean nothing. Um, I can go first, sure.
okay. Do you remember the questions, or how are we wanting to do this? This is a better question because
I'd say
we
let's
had
just
no plan.
um I guess since like you're the boss man, Gavin, then like ask us questions and then we can ask you questions after or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Format's a
That's
little
fine.
loosey goosey. Yeah.
Yeah. It's first
Loosey
episode,
goosey.
guys.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be all figured out. Let's just we gotta pump out something.
Yeah.
We're just pushing the ball right
Yeah, for real.
now. Okay. Well, I wish I would have had questions, but all right. Well, how about bullshit first? How about
I
we
have a
just talk
question.
about
How's your
yeah, yeah,
day?
How's
yeah,
your
exactly.
day?
What you have
Well,
for breakfast?
I didn't eat today. I mean, I got
Yeah.
lunch. Does that count?
I have 1 cup coffee right now. That's about it.
Nice, nice.
I had some hummus and pretzels.
Uh
Nice.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm on the Gavin train. I got nothing.
Oh,
Nice.
you don't got any content to contribute? Banned. Booted.
No!
You're off the show. You're not funny.
Not funny.
Dang, Radley. Coming in harsh.
Uh,
Damn, son.
uh, all right. Well, how about we
Hardworking
start
boy.
with question one? I'm writing as we're
Whoa.
going.
We're starting with
Okay.
question one. I was really
Not
hoping
not the
for like a
place I would
plot
have
twist.
started, but
Yeah.
okay. You
Oh,
do
I'm sorry. You
you.
last question. You want me to start with the last question and move backwards?
Are you happy?
Put,
That's the last
put put this whole podcast in reverse.
question.
They have to listen to it backwards. It's a secret message.
Oh yeah.
So you had to find the Ark of the Covenant.
I just started speaking some Latin.
Oh yeah.
Swear, if we summon the
Cthulhu,
devil,
is
it's
that
not my.
you?
Oh, by
We
the way,
summon the devil. It's not my fault.
yeah. Oh, I know a little bit of Latin. If we were gonna go there, I think we could go there, but I don't think we need to.
Go where? Hell?
Well,
The
bring
last
hell here.
resort.
Yeah, no, that's how
That's
we
when we run
end
out of
this.
ideas.
We summon a
Final
devil or
episode.
summon a
Crew
demon.
goes to hell.
I'm sorry. If we do that, we need everybody. We need everybody in the podcast. Like that's the last episode. We summon the devil, and the whole entire main group is in it.
Have you
Should we
guys
go
seen
in
the
a
movie?
Okay.
I think it was the Foo Fighters that did it. It was called like Studio 666. They made like a movie like a haunted house.
that movie kicks so much ass. Like
Dude.
it's such a goofball movie, but like just seeing Dave Grohl like just being like possessed by Satan was just like I don't know why I had never considered that to be like a thing I wanted to see, but I definitely was glad I saw it.
Dude, that movie is just That's fire.
For real. Like
Uh,
the unofficial sequel to Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Yes.
that's a good movie.
That's what the final episode would be like. It's just in us in a trivia battle between Satan.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, we could totally like get like a voice mod. Gavin's just like not present for the episode. We just have Satan here. It's just
Nice, nice. I'm glad. I'm
No,
glad
it
I
turns
get
out
something
that
for
Gavin
that.
was just
Yeah,
Satan
dude,
all
you're the
along.
ringleader. Of course you have to
Mm.
play Satan. That's like
You're
Of
Satan,
course.
Gavin. You were Satan all
Right.
along.
the real friends were the Satan along the way. Come on, guys.
Hey guys,
Okay.
I'm sorry to do this,
Oh.
but I was actually Satan the whole time.
Take it.
I
Question.
can't. Y'all have already sold your souls. Signed the contracts.
You signed the
Dang it.
contract.
Knew I should have read the fine print on that one.
Yeah, you probably should.
Readings for losers anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Rings for nerds.
what got everyone into movies? What movie made you want to go into the film industry?
Me?
Everybody.
Um,
Let's see.
What
Now,
I think
movie?
like one of the I think whenever I think the thing that really sold me on like being in the film industry was whenever I saw Taxi Driver whenever I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school. But I was like really into movies before that, like whenever I've seen Pulp Fiction, which they're not very like I guess original picks as far as like what got me into it, but like it kind of was like the platform that kind of launched me into I guess the industry, I guess, or interest in the industry.
Nice. Taxi Driver. Huh. I would not have expected it. I was thinking like Godzilla or something from you.
No, Godzilla was like my childhood thing, and I was like a super freaking nerd fan of Godzilla whenever I was little. Um, but I mean, I wouldn't really say I wanted to get into movies because of that. I was just like big monster punch big other monster.
hey, that's a completely valid reason.
No, believe me, I love those movies, but like that was like whenever I was like little, like whenever I was a kid. So I didn't really have an idea of like I want to make this whenever I'm older.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fair. So the reason I like big monsters punching big monsters. Anyway, it's not actually big monsters, but I legitimately my childhood movie is probably the reason I got into film. It's because of how much I talk about it. Obviously, it's Lord of the Rings. I grew
All
up
three or just one?
Oh, all three, because the real thing that got me into it was, yeah, I love Lord of the Rings, but Peter Jackson released these things called the appendices, similar to how J.R.R. Tolkien released appendices to Lord of the Rings, like the books, and it told more lore. But for Peter Jackson, his appendices were how he made the movies. And it's like
Oh,
it's so many hours of content about how they made movies. And it like I watched those like so many times through just because I loved like seeing all of that. And like I didn't even really think about making it back in the day, but if it was going to be a movie or movies that made me do that, it was that. But aside from that, I mean, my real thing was I played a lot of D&D, and that made me want to make some sort of stories, and writing is hard.
Now, Bradley, as long
I'm
as we've
just kidding.
known Lance, that one makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but that's my origin story, guys.
D&D is a really
Origin
good
story.
like waypoint to like start in like that whole fantasy and world building thing that movies do like express too.
For real.
Well, it's like you can kind of play around with the idea of making a movie without any of the stress of scheduling or well, there's still scheduling, but like you don't have to worry about like actually having to work on anything other than like just thinking of the ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not working on a product. You're just working on a fun thing.
Mhm.
Like a brain concept.
Yeah, little brain baby, it's fun.
This is my brainchild. I birthed it from my brain.
Now I have an extremely strong visual. Like, every time anyone says brainchild from now on, I'm actually gonna think of like a fully voiced, like deep voiced baby. Just I am the brainchild.
And it's Gavin as Satan.
And it always looks like Gavin for some reason.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
Hey guys, I'm
Like,
actually
right
the
off
birth
the
of the
bat, like, hang
Antichrist.
on, why? Fine. All right.
He just accepts it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. You got work with me Saturday, Lance.
I say my childhood movie that probably inspired a lot of like the whimsicalness that I love now in like makeup and film is probably The Labyrinth. Have you guys seen The Labyrinth?
Oh yeah.
Babe with the
David
power.
David Bowie and stuff.
The power
I
of
was
voodoo.
obsessed with Jim Henson, still am. But just like the puppetry and the sculpting, and even like some of that can translate into SFX makeup too. Like in the D&D movie, they had a lot of puppetry, practical effects. But that was a huge piece of what inspired me to learn how to do all of this. And it later became, Killer Clowns from Outer Space and House of a Thousand Corpses and the Scream movies. Like, I always have been attracted to like the whimsical, the dark, almost like the nitty-gritty too of like gore and SFX. Um, that just really that really became something that I just super enjoy. Um, but yeah.
Heck yeah.
The only,
Solid origin story.
Yeah.
That's good.
the only one I got was and the one that I've seen more is Labyrinth and House of a Thousand Corpses.
I watched The House of a Thousand Corpses like a few days ago.
Wait,
That
Gavin,
was
so you've never seen Killer Clowns?
No, I've never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I've tried
Uh,
multiple times. I just don't like it. I cannot get into it.
Damn. Sounds like
It's
fighting words from Mackenzie.
Yeah, I was about to
No,
say.
it is a little
Bring it,
cheese
Lance.
ball, but it's a good kind of cheese ball, you know?
Mackenzie, you told me to watch Tusk.
Tusk is also a very good one.
That movie is so dumb.
That movie is kind of dumb.
Like,
It's dumb, but it's so good.
like I don't like people call that movie like, oh, it's so scary, it's so scary. That movie is so stupid.
It's stupid, but it has that like disturbing aspect to it where you're almost just kind of like,
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit like out there. So it kind of gets like, if you're not aware of it, like it's kind of like I could see how it gets a reaction, but like I went into it like kind of knowing what it was, and when I saw this, I was like, this is dumb. It's just Justin Long turning into a walrus.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Someone sent me. He sent me a movie called Jimmy the Killer Dick, horror film.
Oh gosh.
Sounds like my kind of movie.
That sounds awful, and I'm not going to watch it.
It sounds like worse than like Killer Bong levels of camp.
Right.
Yeah, or like what was it? Sharks of the Corn, I think it was that I saw on like Tubi or something.
Sharks of the Corn?
Sharks of the Corn, which I presume is sharks hanging out like the children in the cornfield, just kind of chilling.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know
I
what to
kind of
say.
want to see it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to rethink everything.
Have you ever noticed that they always throw sharks into like every situation for a horror movie? Like, there's a really like not great, but like not great movie that I saw. It's called House Shark. It's a
Oh, the one through the
masterpiece.
pipes and stuff.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece, like truly. The people that made it even said that it could beat Sharknado. So
Well, if it's up there with
Those are-
Sharknado, then I
I
mean,
feel like if you're saying like, oh, this is the Sharknado killer, then it kind of takes away, like at least the original Sharknado, it wasn't really like trying to do it. Like I feel like it was like I don't know. I kind of feel like it was like it didn't know what it was doing, and then after like a couple of them, they were like, okay, yeah, we know. We're gonna go balls to the wall.
When I found this movie at a Dollar Tree,
Oh, oh,
and
really?
we
Oh,
we bought it, we watched it, and it was something, but it's definitely something to check out.
it was something. That's a wow. That's an endorsement if I've ever heard one. It was something. Okay.
it was a movie.
It was one of the
I saw
movies.
that.
Stamp of approval right there.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like thinking, wow, that's a movie. Definitely a movie.
If you've ended up at a Dollar Tree and your movie is just there, it's already things have happened to it.
That's like
It's gone places.
Unspeakable things have happened to it. Things that we don't talk about.
It's not even like cult following. That's like just whoever.
I bet you there's probably a subreddit for it though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I-
it's there's a subreddit for everything.
It should be
That's
like
true.
30 people,
We
100 people.
need to track
100,000
down the
people.
subreddit, join it, infiltrate it, figure out its secrets so that we can create our own.
Joel, what about you? What was your childhood movie?
I really liked The Thing, the 1982 version. I just really got into makeup or wanted to get into movie makeup after seeing it because I guess back then, like computer generated effects were still pretty rough. So most of the effects in it are puppets and just pieces of art, I guess. So yeah, that really inspired me to try and get into this industry and start doing stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm with you
That movie
100% on
is a
that one.
masterclass. I love that movie.
I love that movie and it flopped when it came out, but now it's
Oh,
got
man.
following.
Now it's a
So-
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie came out on the same day as Blade Runner.
Ooh.
Really.
Yeah, it's like the modern Oppenheimer Barbie scenario.
Oh,
So which all of y'all, which one are y'all gonna see first, Barbie or Oppenheimer? Here's a good question.
it's
I
gonna
don't
depend
know.
if my girlfriend wants me to take her to one of them.
Yeah.
Personally, I think I'm gonna see
Barbie.
the philosophical greatest movie of all time before I see Oppenheimer.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. That's
The-
I
the
was
master-
agreeing with you. Like all the way. I was there. Yeah.
Barbie's gonna win movie of the year. Take home all the Oscars.
I'm there for it. I'm
Change
there for
cinema.
I'm going
Oh,
for Michael
Oppenheimer seems
Cera.
cool too.
it. Gosh.
He's just Michael Ceraing it up in that whole trailer. Just that gecko looking dude. Just, I feel like he seems like a male manipulator, not gonna lie. He
He
plays
sounds like a
bass
what?
guitar, tall lanky dude. Yeah, he's a male manipulator.
He gives off being a
Okay.
really good gaslighter. Like I feel like I could really believe something that he told me.
Wait, what?
He seems like a really good gaslighter.
Yeah, for real. He's got that look on his face. Apparently, he doesn't
Oh.
even he doesn't have a cell phone. He just uses a flip phone.
Really?
Yeah, which seems like the pipeline to just being like a pretentious douche who's like, yeah, I don't use a flip phone. I'm like too good for it. Or I don't use a cell phone. You want me to ruin your life?
Was that an offer, or are you
Yes.
quoting him?
I mean,
Lance, do you
if
want
you
me to
want to
ruin
ruin
your
it, I mean,
Sure,
there's not much
I'm-
left to ruin.
Yeah. Hey now. Hey.
kind of like
Yes, Bradley.
break
ruin
into
my
your
life.
house and like trample through your house and like just be a mischievous little creature and kind of just
Bradley,
like
that
make a
is now
mess.
your name in my phone. I'm changing it
Mischievous
from-
little creature.
to mischievous little creature. You are no longer Magic Nightlight Bradley. You are
Oh my
mischievous
gosh.
little creature.
I
Wait,
forgot
what
about
was
that
it before?
name.
I forgot.
He was Magic Nightlight.
Dude
Yeah,
or something.
Magic Nightlight
Magic
Bradley.
Nightlight. I forgot about
You
that.
you gave me that nickname, Gavin, after like my such tremendous job, you know, flicking a light switch.
You were really good at flicking the light switch, though. Like
See,
you
but
got
I
it on your
wasn't-
third attempt.
Dude, like let me give a little context to that little switch. I was like, it wouldn't have the same like startup time every single time, so like I had to like almost kind of wing it. So like any time that it was like a little bit late, I timed it as well as I could. It wasn't like consistently like, oh, it takes like half a second to turn on. It was like, oh well, sometimes it took a little bit longer, sometimes it's gonna be instant, and sometimes it's not gonna turn on at all.
So context for the group at large. We were shooting a scene in a bedroom, and one of the characters leans over and turns on a light. But when they flick the switch normally, it just it doesn't turn on very much, and they'd have to lean a long way. So instead, we just had Radley do it off frame, so that like we could turn it on to the right amount, and we could have the light on when we actually wanted it. And Radley was doing a really good job. I mean, like he got it third attempt. It was awesome, you know.
Yeah, like I was the undisputed
3 solid
GOAT
takes, and
of
then
faking a lamp.
and every now and then after that, he didn't do it, but I mean, like he got it third attempt.
Yeah,
Well,
no one can match me. I'm
Yeah.
unmatched.
well,
Didn't get
that
the
and our
fourth, but then-
when we were supposed to do shit.
Yeah, it was difficult for it was difficult timing in general, because also one of the actors we were working with, awesome guy, but he was like he threw 100% into the role, and so then like his timing would always be a little bit off as well. But he's awesome, but it just meant Radley had a really difficult job. I mean, like the Nightlight guys
I was going through it, man. I was so tough.
Yeah, it
Couldn't
was
be right there with a button. He had to flick a switch. It took a minute.
exactly.
Yeah. See, I feel like that work that I did, that very important work that I did, it went underappreciated, and I just feel
It saved the movie.
like, yeah, like, you know, I just feel like if maybe I got a producer credit for that, or even just got like, I don't know, like $1,000, just like if you know, the guy just gave me $1,000, then like, you know, I feel like my work would feel like fulfilled, you know.
Yeah, no,
Is-
just about $1,000, and then that would have
Yeah.
been
You know, I feel like maybe maybe lowballing it a little bit, maybe like $10,000. I feel like,
yeah. Well, I
It's
mean,
like
you're being humble, Radley, and it's okay for
yeah,
that.
like I mean, like if I didn't get that money, like, or if like I didn't do my job, then like you wouldn't be able to see, you wouldn't be able to see in the
Exactly.
whole movie.
I
Like,
can't
it-
remember.
that
Was there
look-
a reason we didn't like cheat that with like a different light, like an actual like
Uh,
movie light?
No.
Did not want it to be shining too much to where he caught a glare. He just wanted enough light just to catch the reflection off of his face.
Okay.
I heard a rumor that that movie was like canceled. Is that true, or is it coming out?
Oh,
Or is
it's
it-
coming. It's coming down the
coming?
pipeline. It'll be here someday.
I
March.
cannot
I don't want
wait.
my name on it.
I
Yeah.
want my name all over it.
I'm going to the premiere of that. I want to see it so badly. It is my most anticipated movie of whatever year it comes out. Um, it is. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I don't. Can we talk about that movie, or is that like kinda like-
I'm keeping it vague. I'm keeping it
Yeah,
vague.
I'm.
Yeah, I don't know if we can talk about that because we'd be. I
Yeah,
don't
no
know
s-
about that.
Yeah, let's just kind of dance around it. Let's
I'm
just like,
I'm
let's move
yeah.
on.
Like, yeah, we can move on, but I'm excited for it to come out.
Me
I
too.
know it's still being edited. I know that I think they were on the final draft last time I heard. So I think
That is
Aren't they
beautiful
putting it
to
in
hear.
color?
I heard rumors about that as well, but we'll see what ends up happening. I'm just excited.
Once
I
it
feel
comes
bad
out,
for
I'm
Mackenzie
gonna.
and Jewel because they have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. We'll fill you in. We'll fill you in. You'll be told of it.
Uh, okay.
Yeah,
What genre? Oh,
I
what,
was gonna
Lance?
ask. I was gonna ask you what was the movie for you, Gavin?
Oh, the movie for me. Growing up, it was Heath Ledger's Knight's Tale.
Oh,
I like
Knight's Tale.
the soundtrack. I liked how every scene had a purpose in it, and it made the story flow. It kept me into it. I really liked it. Growing up, now I would say like the movies that really kind of attach to me is Lord of the Rings and Gremlins. I love Gremlins.
Hey.
Gremlins are hilarious.
Gremlins. Yeah, that's another one. Like the practical effects in Gremlins is amazing.
Such a
Love
good movie.
Gremlins.
Such a good
It is.
movie.
100%.
Yeah, before Radley gets in another rant.
Hey,
rant.
what podcast would this be without a rant?
Hey, I'm
I
just adding
mean, yeah,
some content.
you have to have
man.
that one guy.
Am I the rant guy? I go on
You're the
rants?
rant guy.
I'm the rant guy. Well, I'm sorry.
It's
Hey,
fine.
I was down with the rant, Radley.
I'm just giving us stuff to Chewie alone. I feel like, you're allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I think my recommendation to people would be to not watch it. That's
Or
my
to pirate it.
recommendation.
Pirate. Oh, am I allowed to say that on this podcast?
My recommendation, not Radley's, is to pirate or no. Yeah, I would say don't see it, but I will say there were parts of it that worked really well. I actually really did think that some of it worked well. And then the rest of it felt like they were trying to make a Batman movie, and that was kind of silly. Because
I agree with you on that one, Lance. But there was also parts of it, like the baby in the fucking microwave.
I
What the
died
fuck?
laughing.
I love seeing clips of that being reversed of the Flash just putting a baby in the microwave.
Oh man, it's really awesome. It's,
Oh my god.
I see that stuff. I'm all down for. I'm gonna give the compliments that I think it deserves because I don't think anyone will. I think the way they made the Flash, like how they made his speed work, like all the visuals, I thought were very good. They did a really good job with like making the Flash running seem like he's going really fast. And they also made it seem like I don't know, like it made sense why it doesn't like why he doesn't even get bored while he's running, because that's always something I've thought. Like they made it seem like the world kind of stretches. I don't know. The visuals were very good. The plot
Some of the visuals were
was
very good.
Did the bad
yes,
CGI
and some of them were
help
bad
with,
CGI.
helping making you feel like you're in the Speed Force, like the director said, like the
No.
No,
Did not
no.
help. Seeing a whole bunch
No.
of uncanny valley faces did not add to it.
That's where I was
a
going
certain
with that.
CGI,
Yeah.
Superman cameo. Wink, wink.
Oh gosh, that was atrocious. Yeah, there were definitely moments of just like, why are we doing this in this way? Is there something wrong with using practical effects? Like, I don't get it.
Did you see the credit list? Like half of the visual effects, that was half of the credit list. Like that was at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, that seems like that movie was like made in a vacuum to just kind of like this is the last ditch effort for the DCEU. We got to go out with a bang, and then just wah wah.
Yeah, it's also yeah. It was the plot especially is just atrocious. It is nonsensical at times. But yeah,
Now I really want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it.
yeah,
So,
that's what I'm saying. Everyone, if you want to see it, don't see it. Don't wait. This
Wink.
thing needs to do terribly,
yeah, I think
especially with Ezra Miller.
yeah. I don't I don't know why that movie wasn't canned after the whole incident with Ezra.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like just the fact that like no one else can play the Flash. Ezra Miller did such a good job. No one can replace Ezra.
I don't care what your
Like-
thoughts on the TV show is. Throw Grant Gustin in there, reshoot all the scenes, call it a day. I'm
Grant
serious. Like,
Gustin was a serviceable Flash. Like even if
Yeah.
you don't like the style of the CW shows, he's still a good Flash. And a lot of people say that is like, oh, that's the Flash. Like Grant Gustin did a good job.
yeah,
but,
or
like-
like hire an actor that's actually blonde, like like the Flash from
Well-
the comics. That would be so
Well-
incredible.
My choice
That-
for casting is Lucas Teal from MacGyver.
Oh, yeah, that would be good casting.
Joel was saying something I talked over.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that would make too much sense.
Yeah, we can't do that, Gavin. That's not smart. We need to hire
I'm
someone
sorry,
that
how are we
doesn't look
running
like the
this
Flash.
company?
We need to make a lot of money.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Radley, do you, maybe you make your statement. I don't want to.
About the Flash or what?
Oh no,
Oh.
address. Okay.
I guess I had a movie in the last 5 years. Would you want to take and remake your own way?
Oh,
To keep it topical, the Flash. What is it? Can we not get a good Flashpoint at this point? Like the CW botched it. Now, like we have the animated film, but legitimately, the Flash is great. Why not? The Flashpoint story is one of the best stories like in the DC universe. Can't we just like redo it, but good?
no, Lance. Don't you know anything about Hollywood right now? They just want to ruin everything.
Yeah, and that's why
No
that's why the
effort.
writers are striking, right? Because they've done such a good job the past couple of years.
No, because they have unrealistic expectations. They can't be paid fairly. That's stupid.
That's dumb. We don't like that.
Yeah, like
Uh,
Bob Iger all the way.
Well, hang on. Okay, did y'all hear about Hollywood's not only going through a writer's strike, but they're also going through an actor's strike as of
Yes.
midnight.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Like-
that's.
Did you hear
that's
the
fun.
response to that?
Huh?
Did you hear the response to that?
I haven't heard.
Hollywood executives were saying like, "Oh, well, we're gonna propose like a new thing where like, if we'll pay you for 1 day of work, and AI scans your face and AI puts your body in the background of a scene, and we pretty much get the rights to that for all time, and you only get 1 day pay of work."
That's literally a Black Mirror episode. Are you kidding me?
Yes, yes. And then like Bob Iger was talking, the CEO of Disney, for those, but he said like in like a party amongst like a bunch of like high dollar people, he was like, "Oh, well, they can't get paid more. That's too unrealistic. We don't have that much money. We can't give them money. That's my money."
Aren't
Yeah.
you made of money?
Aren't you Disney? Disney, you're running a little short in your pockets. You kidding me?
I mean, to be fair, they haven't released a good movie in a while.
Yeah, well,
um,
maybe that's why your pockets are a little empty.
Yeah, golly, I even heard like what is that movie that was started outdoing the Indiana Jones movie that just came out? And Disney had the rights to it for like 3 years or something. And
Anything.
then yeah, I mean like so yeah, there was a movie I need to look it up, but like it just came out and it started outdoing Indiana Jones. It had like a couple thousand less theaters it was in, and it is outdoing Indiana Jones. And Disney had the rights to it, but for whatever reason, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to release it." And so, like,
Oh, Nimona, right?
no, it's not Nimona. God, what is it? I don't know. It's also some heavy stuff. I think it's like it's heavy subject matter about like sex trafficking or something. But
Oh,
Oh shit.
yeah, it's
Oh,
not
the Sound of
Oh,
Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Yeah,
Yeah.
Disney had the
Yeah.
rights to it, wouldn't release it, and now it's doing better than all of than Indiana Jones, which Disney spent however many years on. It's
Too many.
they just can't make a
Whatever.
good decision these days.
No. They just
well, that's
don't
a lot
make
of companies right now.
because they're just trying to push out a product. They really
Yeah.
I don't see any passion behind releasing a fifth Indiana Jones movie, honestly. Besides Harrison Ford, like he loves Indy, but I can't see anybody else who's like, we need another Indiana Jones movie. The story's
Yeah.
not finished.
Rob.
Yeah.
What? No, yeah, a lot of companies are pushing quantity over quality. I would rather have quality than quantity. I don't care how many you push out, just give me a good film to watch. I hate going to the theater now. Like,
Well, like it
it's
doesn't
just
even matter now. They'll just put anything in there just because like, oh, well, this is an Indiana Jones movie, so it's automatically going to pull in a bunch of money because it's an Indiana Jones movie. So we don't got to try that hard on it. So then we can just move on to, Mission Impossible 17. And then, that movie's not very good. So, just people are going to see it because it's Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
never
didn't the new
watched
I'm going
Fast
on
and
another
Furious
rant. All
come
right.
out?
Fast
I
X or whatever it's called.
that was the last one. I think they're going more. Yeah, they're
So,
like this one's gonna be like a two-parter or something like that. I feel like they're doing that, and Mission Impossible's doing that or something. I feel like everyone's going back to two-parters, which I thought we killed, which was good.
I think we need to stop. It was Fast and the Furious.
Was
Dude,
it
we
just
should have stopped after the first one on Fast and Furious.
No, yeah. Just it was a movie about street racing. That's it. And now it's like
now it's about family and going to the moon, man. Or did they
and
even go to the moon? They
driving
go to
down the
space.
Hoover Dam.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm fully gonna admit I haven't watched Fast and Furious. So
I've only
I don't
seen
either, but
one.
yeah, my father-in-law to be is very into those movies, so I think we're gonna have like a guys' night watching that. So I think that's the that's the play. I can report back after I've indulged in all the Fast and Furious movies. Maybe my perspective will change.
Podcast episode 3, baby.
Yeah.
Lance enjoys Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, exactly. Question mark.
I'm sorry, we'll have to make it into a two-parter.
We just
now
keep
we're
asking,
talking.
like, so Lance, what did you think of Fast and the Furious? And then he's like, I don't know. What did I? And then like the last few minutes of the second episode, it's like, it was all right.
Yeah, it was fine. Like,
It
it wasn't
fine.
like toxic. Yeah, better than the Flash.
Okay. So Lance would remake The Flash. Mackenzie, what would you remake in the last 5 years? What would your choice be?
I don't know. Get back to me on that one because I'm still trying to figure out what I would say.
Oh, I have my answer.
Go for it, Radley.
Oh, okay. So did anybody see a horror movie that came out like a few years ago called Skinamarink?
I have
I've
not.
heard of it. I have not seen it, and I really want to see it.
It's like I would totally remake that movie because I just feel like they didn't really go fully into the concept that they like set up. So I would 100% remake that movie because that movie kind of felt a little flat.
Yeah, it's tough when you watch a movie and it's like, oh my gosh, you have such a smart idea, but your execution is bad.
Yeah, for sure. It's infuriating.
Yeah,
I don't
that's.
know.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Lance.
I was gonna say that's the reason I like. I probably have another movie kicking around in my head that I'd remake, but that's the reason I said The Flash, because it's such a concept. It's such a fun one, and everything I've seen, every time someone tries to do it in a movie or in a TV show, it's like you take a fun concept, fun characters, and then you just butcher them and don't use them well. Like, to me, a movie that is just outright bad with no good concept in it, like I'm like, I don't need to remake that. When you
Right.
have a good concept in there kicking around, it's infuriating to watch it just be bad.
Yeah. Well, Jewel, what about you? What movie do you have? And Radley, that was a great choice. I have not seen it yet, but now I kind of want to watch it.
It's a fun little horror movie, and like it builds up a lot of atmosphere, but it doesn't have a lot of payoff. That's all I'll say.
I'll give it a shot,
Um,
but go ahead, Jewel.
yeah, I haven't seen Skinamarink, but I heard good things. Um, it's not one that I would remake, but Cats. It should just be deleted.
That is true.
Wait, isn't Cats the musical thing where
Yeah.
everyone dresses up as
It
like
was
a
a
cat?
Broadway musical.
Oh man.
I don't know if I want to see that. That just kind of sounds that sounds awkward and weird.
Yep, I agree with deleting it. So deleting it's a good idea. Or even if it was just a passable version that didn't, like that's essentially deleting it, where it's just like no one will see it now, and then its horror is no longer there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Alright.
know if I would remake it because I don't know how I would do it, but I would say Megan. Have you guys seen Megan?
The
Megan.
evil robot?
Yeah.
Megan.
Oh.
I
No,
have
I haven't,
not
but I've
seen that.
I mean, it was all right. It was just kind of weird.
Oh,
Yeah,
so what is it?
It's I was like barely paying attention to the movie, but like it was this toy company like builds this robot that's supposed to be like a companion, and I think the chick's like niece,
Niece.
she starts like befriending the robot. Well, the robot gets like overly protective, the AI gets too strong, and then it's like a killer robot that's trying to like have this parasitic relationship with this little girl.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sounds like the newest reboot to Child's Play. Like scarily like the new reboot.
It's
That's
pretty
what I
much
got
like
from it.
female Chucky energy, except it's not Chucky because, Chucky's his own.
Chucky's his own thing.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
demon possessed doll. It's
Yeah.
we're just gonna make a robot and just have it overly powered.
Well, had y'all seen the new Child's Play? Because that's the concept. It's like Chucky's like an AI now, and he's like voiced by Luke Skywalker, and he's like, "You're my best friend. I don't want anybody else near you but me."
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
plot of Megan.
Oh yeah, that's pretty lazy. Shame on you, Child's Play, and shame on you, Megan.
This
She
For
is-
also-
reusing
She also
rehashed
like
ideas.
dances randomly in the movie too. Like she'll just start breaking out and like dance and then like beat the shit out of someone.
Man, you know that was because of TikTok. They were trying to like, oh, we got to have some Megan dances.
You're trying to
We gotta
start the
make Megan
Megan
dance.
dance trend. Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
My girlfriend is named Megan, so I was forbidden to see it.
Oh, I see. That wasn't an option for you.
Yeah. I've seen videos, but And I don't think she'd care. It's just one of those where I was not interested in seeing that because I know most of y'all's genre that y'all like is horror movies. It's scary movies. I think me and Lance like more fantasies type movies anyway.
Yeah. I'll fully admit I haven't seen that many horror movies. I've partaken in them. I've watched a lot of dead meat on YouTube, so I'm
Yeah.
privy to them, but I don't go out of my way to spend as much time in the horror genre. I think it has great like practical effects and all that stuff. Like there's a lot of really cool stuff in it, but I'm I'm more likely to watch a superhero movie or something else.
Uh, I don't know. A movie that I would remake, I would probably remake Bullet Train with Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay. That's a
It
good
was a
choice, I
great
think.
movie. It was a great movie. I loved it. It was funny. It had its moments. Just a lot of the action parts of it just didn't stick to me. Like they just didn't fly out
Mm.
where it caught me like what Bad Bunny? I think that's his name, the
Oh yeah,
some
El
rapper.
Oh
Lobo, I
yeah.
think his name is.
Yep.
Yeah.
He died so quick in that movie. I was
Man,
like,
I
y'all
feel
could
like
have
that
made that.
movie. What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like just like that movie had like I could kind of see what you mean. Like that movie had potential, like to be something like very memorable, but I just feel like some of it was just it wasn't really that memorable. Like it just kind of like everything kind of fell by the wayside and it just didn't pan out.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Like the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. That was hilarious. Because I grew up on it. Like he was like, "Oh, you're a diesel," like just making fun of it. Yeah, I just loved it because it was hilarious.
Yeah,
But
I think it's good
that would be my choice.
because you could just like I see what you mean. You're like I could easily just kind of fix some of that stuff.
I just want to draw like I want it to be kind of like where it keeps the audience like wanting more of a certain scene. Like like the fight scenes, like I wanted to like, okay, where is this going? How is this prolonging the story? It was so much back and forth with the flashbacks that you lost it throughout the movie. Like you're like, oh yeah, that connects
That's
to this person.
Mm.
It
like the tempo of it, like the
yeah,
pacing kind of slowed it down. I definitely
yeah.
agree with that.
I know I'm gonna hear this eventually on probably the next episode. We'll probably hear it from the other group if I can get all three of them at once. Is I know I'm gonna hear a movie because I know they like it because they talked about it when we went out. Is Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna hear that. One of the
They're
other
gonna say they
three
want to
will love that.
remake it.
No, I don't think they'll remake it. I think they're just going to talk about it a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talking about it. It's a big movie.
Apparently, it's a good movie. I want to see it.
I want to
Mhm.
see it too.
But I'm more excited for Deadpool 3.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Anyone else see the behind the scene photos?
oh
Yep.
yes.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
if you grew
it's
up,
just Hugh Jackman. It's just that's all.
Got that yellow suit, baby.
I know it looks so good.
The
well,
only thing that irks me is like I think the shoulder pads kind of look a little like I don't know. They don't look right to me, but like the suit looks great.
Hmm. Yeah, I was upset about the sleeves, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, but
I think
I realized that it's fine, and also like yeah, it's fine.
I think they're gonna rip like I think they're gonna rip at some point in the movie, and I think that's why the shoulder pads look a little off because they're like trying to match Hugh Jackman's shoulders for like when it gets ripped too.
Hmm. That would make sense
So
to me.
yeah, I feel like they do that.
Either way, like I like the suit. I like that like comic accurate suits are like actually kind of coming back because it's like, yeah, they can be colorful. You can have these don't have to like all be like a leather or Kevlar. Like these can kind of look fun and kind of I don't
I
know.
think, oh man, I love like that's the thing. Like I love The Dark Knight, but it ruined superhero movies for a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like everything that was done in like Spider-Man was kind of undone by The Dark Knight because Spider-Man was very much like, okay, we're just making a comic accurate suit. Like some of the prototypes for that suit were like, okay, let's see how a kid could make it. And then they were just like, no, we're making the comic suit. Because I mean, I grew up on the Sam Raimi stuff, and that was I don't know. If they had done what they did with the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and just had it be like, I don't know, look a little bit homemade but completely impractical, it would have I don't think I would like Spider-Man as much, but like that classic suit just really was cool. Like
Did,
let them be colorful.
well, and is it No Way Home, the last one with Tom Holland? No Way
Mhm.
Home.
Uh-huh.
The
Yes.
very ending, like we see that bright blue and red suit that I think all of us been wanting to see for years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was such a good moment. I don't know.
I was like, yes, he's finally Spider-Man.
Yeah, no,
Finally.
it definitely felt like they were like I actually like those movies. I'm kind of in the minority in that area, but the final movie really did kind of bring it home, pun, um, in a way where it was like, okay, the now he can do all the Spider-Man things that you guys kind of wanted in the last couple movies, and it's so
I just
good.
they spent too long, man. Tom Holland, like he's not even sure if he wants to do anymore. And now we finally have the real Spider-Man. Like, I don't know.
Mhm. My issue is I feel like they didn't ever really get like that Spider-Man's supposed to be like kind of confident and cocky when he has the suit on. And Peter
Yeah,
Parker's the
like
nerdy one. Like they had like even in the first Homecoming one where he's like interrogating the guy and like he's just really bad at it. It's like Spider-Man isn't really I get that he's not an interrogation type guy, but he's confident in the suit.
yeah,
He's
that's
not
like
bad.
that's his mojo, man.
Yeah. And so
Uh
it's but yeah,
they should
I
have
don't
shown some progression, like over the course of the movies,
hmm
like showing how he's becoming more and more Spider-Man and less relying on Tony Stark. But like the first two movies kind of just felt like a re.
hmm It also annoys me because I felt like in the Avengers movies, they actually have a better Spider-Man character. Because like in those movies, he's a lot more confident and he's a lot more like getting in the fights and fighting them like fighting monsters and all that. Like I don't know. I still think Civil War Spider-Man is the best characterization of Spider-Man in the MCU. He's really good in that.
That's fair. I can
All
agree
right.
with that.
Uh, last question because we only got like about 8 minutes left. What actor that has passed away would y'all bring back for your movie if y'all write one and want them casted to be your main member?
Oh,
Could I do antagonist?
That's fine.
Okay. Alan Rickman. I love Alan Rickman.
okay.
He is such a good actor. I mean, like obviously he's known for Snape, but like his acting aside from Snape is so good. I love him. He's such a good character, and as a villain, like I think he could give a lot of depth, and he could be very good as a villain, even a main character. But if I could bring it back for my own project, he'd be a villain.
Okay. Mackenzie, what you got?
I would do Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding.
Okay.
Nice.
Vibe with it.
Jewel?
I would do Heath Ledger.
That was the other one. He's just so good.
Yeah.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley, what you got?
Man, the first name that really popped into my head was who's the dude that who is the dude that voices the parrot in Aladdin?
Robin Williams.
No.
That's the
Oh,
genie. Yeah.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, I would have him. Not for any like good reason, but that was like the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
He would be my antagonist.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a
Mine
good.
would be Robin Williams. I mean, I love Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
I love Robin Williams. He's hilarious. But he just made everything in my childhood just happier. I liked watching Genie. I liked watching Flubber.
Oh,
Anything he was
Flubber.
in, he just made me want to just continue being in it. And Flubber's another movie that I would love to remake, but I don't want to because Robin Williams' role in that was just it was just that. I
You
just
just
couldn't.
can't remake it.
He was
No.
the king.
Yeah.
But man, it, those actors, every one of them that y'all mentioned, they were all part of our childhood. I guess I could
Mhm.
say.
Yeah.
Captain Spaulding, I didn't know until probably later, but I grew up listening to Rob Zombie and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and I finally got a chance to watch his Halloween and the rest of his movies, and I liked them. Like, and they weren't, they're not the highest grade quality movies, but I'd rather watch them than what Disney and Warner Brothers is pumping out right now.
Yeah.
Those movies have something to say.
Go for it.
Well, I was just gonna say that everything like if you like if there's a like kind of bow tie around this podcast, I feel like it's we like things that feel like lifelike as opposed to like lifeless corporate shill kind of like, oh yeah, we pumped this out there. And that's the like all the stuff we've kind of brought up over this is basically like if it's lifeless and dead and not fun, then no, what's the point in making it?
Yeah.
I just feel like, especially with the group that I've kind of assembled and brought together, I just feel like we see everyone's different point of views and we try and stack on top of each other and make something better. Especially working with Lance and Radley, I've worked with y'all for since we went to school together. I know how we all think, and like if I just getting us all together and giving us time to get to these projects. I know some of us have to have things going on and we're kind of getting stuff last minute, but I'm really excited to see how everything plans out and how we get further in this podcast and in our films. And I mean, granted, I do recommend whoever's listening to it to go check out the website and see all of our work and future projects. I will have the projects posted for the coming soons, but I'm real excited to see what we do with everything. I'm really excited to get started.
You're here.
Totally.
Me too.
But